don't be afraid to try new material.
Well, I'm gonna go to my Tony Rock lightning round.
Go, let's go.
Lightning
You're
round.
gonna fire them all.
Yes,
I'm gonna say the first thing that comes to mind. Like
First, yeah, it's either this or that.
Okay, go.
Okay. Host of Apollo or host of All Def Comedy Live.
Oh man, that's a tie, because host of Apollo was the host of the greatest talent competition ever. There has never been a stage that any artist wants to perform on more than the Apollo stage. Comic, rapper, singer, dancer, tap dance artist, spoken word poetry. The Apollo stage is the biggest stage to perform on. But stand-up comedy, urban stand-up comedy, hosting Def Jam is the greatest urban comedy platform it has ever been. And to host that is just as important. So I think I'm probably the only guy that hosts both. Steve Harvey hosted Def Jam before?
No.
I'm not exactly sure. I might be the only guy that hosts both.
And then the fact that Jamie Foxx just called you to do.
Yeah, handed me a gig, handed me a job.
You know, so that's
yeah,
awesome.
I'll
so
say
it's a tie.
Yeah.
Favorite curse word?
A motherfucker. Just because it's longer.
Thing you most love about Brooklyn?
It raised me. It is who I am.
Performing in Brooklyn or Washington, D.C. because you said you love performing in D.C.
Ooh, performing in D.C. because it would be very tough to get all my friends tickets to perform in Brooklyn. Somebody not gonna get a ticket.
And they would be real mad.
Exactly.
Okay, I know you love the Steelers, but who are you going for in the Super Bowl?
It's just a football game to me. If the Steelers not playing, I don't care.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, King Karan or King Bach?
King Karan.
Describe each person using one word.
Go.
George Carlin.
King.
Richard Pryor.
The King. I have to use 2 words.
Dave Chappelle.
Genius.
Patrice O'Neal.
Brilliant.
Charles Rock.
Hero.
Chris Rock.
It's dope.
Jordan Rock.
Future.
Tony Rock.
One word? Tony Rock. I gotta use 2 words.
Okay.
Future legend.
I love it. I love it.
Future legend. Yeah.
Yes. Future legend.
I can't say legend now, so I was gonna say legend. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And
so yeah, let's all be realistic here. Mm-hmm. She got a check in her name, and what she does with that is bigger than how she got it.
But do you think she had a obligation or whatever to
now here's the other train of thought. As black people, we have an obligation to black people. That's just the way it is. I don't want to hear people say, well, why white people they get to just live their life. They don't gotta be the representative of all white people. If they do something messed up, it's just them that gotta pay for it. But why is it when a black person does something messed up, they represent the whole black race? That's just the way it is. You gotta carry yourself like you carrying yourself for all black people. That's just the way it is, because we didn't come here of free will. We didn't come, this is not our language we're using. This is not our God that we praising here. We had a God in Africa. We don't even know who our God was here. The God we have here, we don't even know. Who is this dude? Who did we pray to in Africa before we got here? Right. What language did we use over there before we got here? How did we interact with each other before we got here? So all of this is brand new. That's why we carry ourselves with the fact that we are the representative of all black people. It's just the way it is. Don't argue with it.
Yeah.
So she had an obligation. Yes, I get it. Yes. But then back to here, she got to feed a family. So
right.
I'm glad they didn't call me. Because depending on that jam check, I might have been up there like, hey, how's everybody doing? Donald Trump is my man. Me and Trump was at a party one time, and Trump said, grab her by the vagina. And I said, what? Get out of here, Trump. Can you grab her by? I'm glad they didn't call me. Spike Lee would have been like, I'm not working with him. Depending on the check. On the check.
Well, Steve Harvey, you're a comedian. I mean, he went to Bridge.
Yo, why? Can I curse?
Yeah, it's the internet.
Who the